I said we don't get 600. I said we don't get 600. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
We're talking about
Just a quick message before the video starts. If you could like this video, leave a comment below, but most importantly, hit the red subscribe button and the little bell next to it, which will notify you when these videos become available. And most importantly, share this video around. That helps me stay competitive with the big multinational corporations such as CNN and the BBC that YouTube is unfortunately choosing to prioritize. Thank you very much and enjoy this video. Good evening, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I most certainly am. Because yesterday this channel received its monetization. Although most of my videos are in limited state because I was making them in the context of not being monetized at the time. And there's ad-friendly policies and such. So, you know, I'm going to have to work on that. But hey, isn't that life? We all have to adapt, overcome, and thrive if we can. However, my day was a little bit ruined by watching what happened, and this is what the video is about today, outside of Mitch McConnell's house, in which the usual suspects, ideological suspects, turned up outside his house demanding money, shouting all the literally demanding money. I'm not exaggerating. You're going to see from the footage yourself. They're demanding money, issuing ultimatums, chanting the usual slogans, and this has become a bit of a routine for the woke brigade, in which it is basically third world political intimidation. That is essentially what it is. And that is what it should be viewed as under the context. So we're going to get into the clips, and also at the end we have a much more feel-good clip. I was just going to make a video with just this feel-good clip. It is a number of Republican voters, Republican supporters, Trump supporters, who were out beside a road waving flags, and the number of cars that beep their horn and show some love for the USA was very inspiring, and it touched our hearts all the way across here, across the pond in the US. I'm sorry, the UK. You see, I'm so infatuated with the USA. I even fantasize I live there sometimes. Anyway, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first clip. Mitch McConnell is at his house, and a group, the usual suspects, have turned up. The Portland set, the Seattle set, you know who I'm talking about, have turned up, and they are engaging in what can only be described as political intimidation against Mitch McConnell, and they're actually making monetary demands or else. Take a look.
600! If we don't get 600! I say if we don't get 600! I say if we don't get 600! I say if we don't get 600!
Okay, so it's continuing in this vein. They're demanding $600 from Mitch McConnell. For some reason, they've arbitrarily picked him. I think it's probably because he's the only one they knew where he lived. And they're saying if they don't get it, then there's going to be no peace. They're intimidating people along political lines. It's wrong. It's wrong. And this type of thing only goes one way and one direction. You notice that there's no Trump supporters doing this. I'm sorry, look, it has to be said. You can't escape from it. You cannot escape from the fact this is only going in one direction. Only one people are doing this. And not only that, have you noticed that they repeat themselves constantly, their chants? Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the NPC meme. For those of you that have never heard of the NPC meme, the NPC meme stands for non-player character. A non-player character is a character you find in most video games, usually RPG games. NPCs, non-player characters, are people that if you interact with them, they just keep saying the same thing over and over again, no matter how long they're there, no matter how much you interact with them. They just repeat themselves ad infinitum, which is something they have in common with the woke left, which is exactly why they just repeat themselves, and it's why we call them NPCs, non-player characters. And that meme really offended the left, and it offended the left more than any other I've ever heard of, because it was true.
No healthcare! No peace! No healthcare! No peace! No healthcare! No peace! No relief! No peace! No relief! No peace! No relief! No peace! No 600! No peace! No 600! No peace! No peace! Hey, if you guys do me a favor and just fill up on the code, please. Appreciate it. I pay your tax dollar too, though.
I really don't think you pay anyone's tax dollars, my friend. I hope my camera picked that up. He said the spokesman or his right hand man said that he pays your tax dollars. If you've got money to pay out and splurge, if you've got a job, why are you there in the middle of the day? People in their home where their family is, along political lines. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You're not in need of $600 if you've got a job, if you can pay people's taxes. Why are you there? Why? There's no need for you to be there.
No. Hey, my tax dollar pay for you and your security out here. We're not going nowhere. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you to come outside because this is a fucking mockery what you're doing.
So he's projecting. What he actually means is it's a mockery what he's doing. He's making a mockery of himself, of politics, of civility. Okay? And that was what he just said there was an open threat against Mitch McConnell. Now, what I don't understand with a lot of the especially with the culture war, what I don't understand is these guys, they don't know why they vote Democrat, right? They know that they vote Democrat. They've voted Democrat their whole lives. Their whole family have voted Democrat, going back to Jim Crow at least. But if you ask them, why do you vote for the Democrats? What have they done for you? They won't know. They won't know. They'll start. Their answer will usually be an attack on Trump or the Republicans. Their answer will be, oh well, but the Republicans. Yeah, but I wasn't asking you that. I was asking you, why are you voting Democrat? Why have you voted for them their whole life? Why are you so devoted to the party that is in many states been a one party rule state, and cities, the big urban centres, which are some of the most deprived areas, yet you keep voting for the people who have done this? Ask them. If you don't believe me, ask them, and you'll see exactly what I mean.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Come outside, I'm right here, I ain't going nowhere. I got your address, I'll never leave it. Let's go! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Just horrible. Is that the type of country you want to live in? And as I said before, this type of thing only goes from one direction, Democrat to Republican. You never see Republican voters and supporters doing this at Democrat House. It never happens because the rhetoric has been ramped up to such a degree on the Democrat side. And you've got to remember, there's a lot of people out there who actually believe what the mainstream media tells them is the truth. They do. They think what they see on the CNN is real. It's not. It's a fabrication. The next clip, it continues on as normal. However, they have changed their chant. But it's nothing original.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I need my money.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
We all agree Black Lives Matter, yeah, okay? All lives matter. But if they matter to you, why didn't you go to Chicago South Side and do this there, where all of these shootings are happening and all of the really bad things are happening within your community that you clearly care about so much? But no, you go outside Mitch McConnell's house and ask for money. Why? If they really matter to you that much, go to where they're suffering as much as they are. Go to where the problem's greatest.
Black lives matter. 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 I need that money, and until I get that money, I'm gonna be right here on C Street every day until I get it. No.
So it sounds like to me you really haven't got a job and you're really paying for nobody's taxes. So if you've got the time to sit every day outside of an elected official's house demanding money from them, or all of these terrible things are going to happen, I don't think you're paying anybody's... I don't think you're paying a cent in tax. I'd rather think you're taking out the system. In fact, I would lay my own money, my own tax money on it.
Justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No healthcare!
No peace.
No healthcare!
No peace.
We're living with you, Mitch. I hope you got enough room.
And it just continues on in that vein. And look, like I said, do Black Lives matter? Yes, of course, Black Lives matter. All lives matter regardless. I can't believe the left have took the position where they actually disagree that all lives matter. You go and say to a Democrat, all lives matter. You watch how angry they get. Surely if you've got an ounce of common sense and a good heart in your chest and a decent head on your shoulders, then you know that all lives matter. And that includes Black lives. Now, if Black lives really matter to you as much as you say they do, go to places like Chicago South Side, where the problem is greatest. Don't take it to Mitch McConnell's house. What's he doing? There isn't any... There's none here for you. Nothing. This is at the same time of the day, in the middle of the day. And these are all Republican voters, Trump supporters. They're out in the street. They're not blocking traffic. They're not harassing anyone. On the contrary, they're willing to talk to people. They're willing to debate, they want to say hello to people, and they want to wave the American flag. But look at what I really want you to concentrate on is a response from all of the vehicles going by.
All we want is our country back, that's all.
That's right. We want to keep it.
We want law and order. We want Portland to be part of the United States.
That's right.
How about Seattle? Chicago? They're all part of our country. We need them back. Hey!
We're going wild.
This hairdo was a
They got that Pelosi meme, excellent, about the salon when she accused the salon of stitching her up, basically, to setting her up. Now look, beautiful weather, beautiful people, beautiful atmosphere, beautiful attitude, beautiful country. That's what I say to woke leftists, left-wing American people. You don't know how lucky you are. You live in such an amazing, beautiful country. Just ditch the negativity, ditch the anti-Americanism, start to love your own country again, and, you know, just respect and acknowledge the fact that you live in a beautiful, amazing country. If I had my time again, I've said this before on videos on this channel, if I had my time again, I would move to the United States. I would try and angle my life in that direction. Yes, I'm only 33 years old, but You know, once you put roots in, you put roots in. You know, once the roots are down, they're down. But if I was 18 again, I would get that paperwork in. I'd put all of my direction, all of my focus in going to the United States, because I love it. I love the United States. I've visited there. I like the United States. But obviously, I would want to live there if I had my time again. But yeah, and it just the difference. You see the difference. You see the difference between nihilism and positivity on the other side. You know, there's such a big difference. And I wish I could show you footage of Democrats doing the same thing. I think it's on all of us to ratchet down the rhetoric where possible. But with the left at the moment, with the Democrats, it's just not possible. They just keep doing things like that, like I showed you before, and I've showed you in a lot of my videos. They can't stop. They just keep going. Anyway, there's only about 13 seconds left. We'll watch the last bit, and I'll say goodbye.
We're talking about a Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you, officer, for your services.
And like they say, thank you to the officer. He says it's a Tuesday afternoon, 2:30, and getting all that support from the motorists. And, you know, I want to just say one thing before I go. People are, the drum's being beaten for Ivanka Trump to be actually the real first female president of the United States. And I think that's excellent. I think that would be wicked. Wouldn't that be brilliant? For Ivanka Trump at some point in the future, maybe 4 years' time, to run for president. Or Don Jr. But I think the symbolism would be immense for Ivanka to run. I think that would be great. Anyway, let me know what you think. Do you think Ivanka would make a good president? Do you think she'll run for president in 4 years or any time in the future? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and share this video around. That helps me stay competitive with the likes of CNN. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.